Welcome back to Flick Recap. Before we begin, I want to specially wish you a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year ahead. Enjoy this holiday movie recap. The movie opens in the year 1999 in Yugoslavia. At a church, the choir performs a special rendition as a young girl, Katarina, captivates the congregation with her angelic voice. Her family beams with pride as her performance stirs the emotions of everyone present. Then the scene cuts to 2017 in London. Christmas is just weeks away, and Katarina, now calling herself Kate, is a very different person. She is a woman now, but she barely loves singing. In a bar, she drinks with her friend Ed and convinces him to let her stay at his place for a short time. Ed agrees, but when Kate wakes the next morning, Ed's girlfriend comes around the house and she discovers Kate in the shower. She was initially shocked but eventually grew angry and threw Kate out of the house. In the meantime, Kate works at a Christmas-themed souvenir shop run by a woman known as Santa. Although Santa constantly scolds Kate for her laziness, she continues to give her multiple chances, hoping Kate will eventually find herself and regain the free spirit she once had. One morning at work, Kate notices a man gazing at the sky outside the shop. Curious, she approaches him. The man, introducing himself as Tom Webster, points out a rare bird perched on the shop's roof. Their interaction is cut short when bird droppings hit Kate's eye, sending her rushing inside to clean up. After work that evening, Kate calls her friend Jenna, who is pregnant, and she asks to stay at her place for a while. Jenna welcomes her but warns that her husband, Rufus, still very much remembers Kate's past mishaps in their apartment. Like the time she accidentally burned a cherished model boat that Rufus was working on. In the house, Kate's stay soon proves disruptive. She opted not to eat dinner with Jenna and Rufus that evening. She further worsened the situation when she brought a man home to spend the night with her. In an attempt to apologize to the couple that morning, Kate accidentally falls on another of Rufus's paper art and the two had no other choice but to ask her to leave. They suspect she was going to be too much stress for the pregnant Jenna. Back at the shop, Kate notices a man chatting with Santa. Their mutual awkwardness suggests that they were both romantically interested in each other and Kate teases Santa about it. Later on, just before closing, Kate remembers she has an audition and rushes to make it on time. In her rush, she forgets to lock the store properly. Even at the audition, she panics and ends up performing poorly. Feeling dejected, she encounters Tom again outside the venue. They spend time exploring the city together, and Tom introduces her to a serene hidden area he calls a safe space. After their time together, Kate asks for his phone number, but Tom replies that he no longer uses one. He tells her that phone is a distraction for him as they part ways. The following day, when Kate arrives at the store, she finds that the police are investigating what appears to be a break-in. Santa, aware of Kate's negligence, had staged a fake burglary by breaking a window in order for her to claim insurance compensation. She scolds Kate for her irresponsibility but ends up giving her yet another chance to prove herself. That evening, Kate meets Tom once more and he tells her that he volunteers at a homeless shelter. When Kate told him about her recent ordeal, he suggested that Kate show gratitude to Santa by working harder. Then, they spend the evening at an empty ice skating rink, where Tom helps her practice for an upcoming audition requiring skating skills. Kate enjoys their time together and feels motivated until the guard sends them away. The next morning, Kate starts putting genuine effort into her work, helping Santa prepare for a date with her newfound love. However, Kate grows discouraged when it suddenly becomes hard for her to find Tom. Intending to find him out instead, she visits the homeless shelter to see if anyone has seen him lately. However, when Kate arrived at the homeless shelter, he was surprised by her findings. The boss at the shelter informs her that no one named Tom Webster works or volunteers there. Although frustrated, Kate decides to join the volunteer and ends up enjoying the work despite spending only a few hours there. That evening, her mum reminds her to attend a house celebration for her sister Marta's promotion. She reluctantly goes but is still preoccupied with the thoughts of not seeing Tom. While at home, the dinner talk soon turns to Kate when Marta asks her to grow up and act like an adult with her life's decisions. In anger, Kate mentions that her sister is currently dating Alberto, but that Alberto is actually a woman that is named Alba. This unsettles their parents, but Kate pushes further as she also blames her parents for not having time to fix their relationship, which has resulted in more discord within the family. The dinner was abandoned by the two women as both left in anger. Upset by the turn of events, Kate heads to a bar, drinks heavily, and impulsively returns to the homeless shelter in the hope of finding Tom. The staff once again denies knowing anyone by that name. Just as she is about to leave, Tom appears on a bicycle, calling out to her. He explains that he has been away doing volunteer work in a remote area, helping people struggling with depression. Kate is overwhelmed with relief, having feared he was gone for good. Tom then invites Kate to his home to talk. When they arrive, Kate is struck by how clean and peaceful the place is. Feeling self-conscious, she sits on the floor while Tom joins her. As they relax, Kate opens up about her past struggles, including her heart transplant surgery. She reveals a scar from the procedure and shares how grateful she is for her donor, though she feels the transplant took away her passion for singing, leaving her feeling incomplete. Tom comforts her, and the two share a tender moment, ending with a kiss before Kate falls asleep. The next day, they meet at their secret spot to discuss their relationship. Tom, however, gently dismisses Kate's feelings, explaining that she is becoming too dependent on him. Hurt and confused, Kate walks away, feeling as though Tom is playing with her emotions. Later on, as she reflects on their conversation, Kate decides to channel her energy into something positive. She begins performing songs outside the shelter every evening to raise money for the homeless. And this eventually inspired her to organize a talent competition to recruit performers for a Christmas musical event at the shelter. With her boss's approval, Kate works tirelessly to screen participants and prepare for the celebration. As Kate starts to turn her life around, she turns focus to repairing her broken relationships. She visits Marta and Alba to apologize for her behavior, promising to be a better sister. She also spends time with her mother, even inviting her out to a nearby bazaar. Over shared drinks and food, they enjoyed the moment together, recollecting and easing the tension that had built over the years. Kate later buys a bottle of wine to give to Marta as a peace offering. She also visits Jenna, bringing gifts and offering a heartfelt apology for the trouble she had caused during her stay. Jenna graciously accepts, and Kate was overwhelmed at how well life was turning out to be for her. Her newfound positivity extends to her workplace. She now arrives early to help Santa with the shop. One day, Santa opens up about her budding romance with her customer friend whose name she struggles to pronounce, but she now calls him Boy instead. Santa also shares humorous narrations about her previous job nicknames, like Muffin and Caddy. This deep level of conversation further strengthens their bond, and Kate now feels even more connected to her boss. Days later, while feeling optimistic, Kate decides to visit Tom's apartment to share her progress and mend their strained relationship. To her surprise, when she arrives, she finds a slim man inside, talking on the phone. When she asks about Tom, the man reveals that no one has lived there for months and that the apartment is currently for sale. Confused and shaken, Kate presses him for information about Tom Webster. That was when the man explains that Tom was the apartment's last owner but tragically died last Christmas after being hit by a truck. This revelation devastates Kate. She breaks down as she recalls flashbacks of Tom's accident and realizing the truth, her heart donor was Tom. Overwhelmed with gratitude and sorrow, Kate thanks the man for his honesty and leaves. She heads to their secret meeting place, where Tom appears one last time. He reassures her that she has made significant progress in finding her purpose and encourages her to continue helping others. As he fades away and Kate walks off, we are shown a memorial plaque on their favorite bench, dedicated to Tom as a beloved volunteer. The film ends 2 weeks later, with Kate fully embracing her new path. The Christmas celebration at the shelter is a resounding success. Kate expresses her gratitude to everyone for supporting her journey and helping make the event possible. She then leads the performers, including the homeless singers she had gathered, in a heartfelt rendition of Last Christmas, bringing the community together in a joyous and meaningful celebration.